Now we head into some different climactic talks. And first, we're going to have a musical interlude. Today's symposium is intimately connected with the neurobiology course, as I mentioned at the beginning. And the neurobiology course, through many of its long decades, had a strong tradition of musical interludes. So you're about to hear one of them. And following that, we will have two more lectures. So Professor Elaine Bearer from the University of New Mexico and Caltech will tell you about the original composition for this particular event called Cambrian Explosion.
Thank you, Steve. And I thank the organizers for giving us a chance to do this. I've written a musical tribute to Tom Reese. It's a surprise. He didn't supposedly know about it. We have collected a number of Woods Hole musicians who have come together to perform this piece. I think you maybe know some of them. Jeannie Kufler on flute. Is Steve Kufler's daughter. Steve founded neuroscience at Harvard and was a longtime Woods Hole person, MBL person. Jonathan Davis on cello. Jonathan is Bernie Davis and Liz Davis's son. He was also a graduate student at UCSF when I was there, and we made music in San Francisco 30 years ago. And he has conducted some of my compositions in the past, including in the center of San Francisco at the Civic Center for the 125th anniversary of UCSF. And then we have Martha Potter Kim, who is a granddaughter of Emil Witte, who was a zoologist and president of the Zoological Society and also an MBLer. And we have Laura Sonichen, who is the first chair violin in the, concert master of the Falmouth Chamber Orchestra. And then back in the back, we have a drummer, John Kludzinski, who has worked with Tom for many years. You probably know him. John, could you stand up? They can't see you back there. Hey. And then the solo and centerpiece of this piece is Josh Zimmerberg, also an NIH investigator who has collaborated with Tom in the past. Actually, he has several papers collaborating with Tom. Now I need to turn this off. There, I think I got it. So the piece is called Cambrian Explosion, and for those of you who have the handout, the text is on the back. The text is called Evolution by Langdon Smith. It was a poem that was hanging in Yale Atomus Lab when I first came to Woods Hole in 1988. I was inspired by the idea of the multiple morphologies that emerged during the Cambrian time, the Paleozoic time, and that makes me think about Tom and the multiple ultrastructural, beautiful images. We've heard a lot about synapse, but Tom has done many, many other organisms, and right now with Carolyn Smith, he's working on trichoplax, which comes from the Paleozoic period, I think. So this is a celebration of Tom, and I can tell you more over wine and cheese what the other movements mean, but I challenge you while you listen to them to see if you understand where they're coming from and how they relate to Tom. This is postmodern musical symbolism. Okay. Are we all into this?
a tadpole and I was a fish in the Paleozoic time, and side by side on the ebbing tide, we sprawled through the ooze and the slime, or skittered with many a caudal flip through the depths of the Cambrian fen. My heart was rife with the joy of life, for I loved you even then. Mindless we lived, and mindless we loved, and mindless at last we died. And deep in the rift of the Caradoc drift, we slumbered side by side. The world turned on in the lathe of time, and the hot lands heaved amain, till we caught our breath from the womb of death and crept to life again. Yet happy we lived, and happy we loved, and happy it died and small. Our forms were rolled in the clinging mold of the Neoconium shore. My heart was rife with the love of life, for I loved you even then, till we caught our breath from the womb of death and crept into life again. When you were a tadpole and I was a fish in the Paleozoic time, Watson, Wicket, Huxley, Bo, I love you, Bo. And Heidi too. Watson, Wicket, Huxley, Bo, and Heidi too. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying over time. You ain't nothing but a poodle dog, strutting all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no of mine. You ain't nothing but a poodle, prodding all the time. You ain't nothing but a poodle dog, strutting all the time. Well, you never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, you said they was a high class. That was just a lie. They said you was a high class, and that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. I love you, bo, biddy 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 bo, doo 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 ba ba ba. Watson, Wicket, Huxley, Bo, I love you, Bo. And Heidi too. Watson, Wicket, Huxley, Bo, and Heidi too. Watson, Wicket, Heidi, and Bo. The shadow broke, the soul awoke in a strange dim dream of God. I carved that fight on a reindeer bone. With rude and hairy hand, I pictured his fall on the cavern wall. That men might understand, that men might understand, that men might understand. And that was 1,000,000 years ago. In a time that no one knows, ere human laws were drawn, and the age of sin did not begin. that wrapped us fast was riven away in a newer day, and the night of death was past. And oh, what beautiful years were there, when our hearts clung each to each, when life was filled with the sense it thrilled in the first forced dawn of speech. But eons came and fled, and the sleep that wrapped us fast was riven away in a newer day, and the night of death was past. And that was a million years ago, in a time that no man knows. Yet here tonight in the mellow light, we sit at the Captain Kidd. Your eyes are deep as the Devon Springs, your hair is dark as jet. Our trail is on the Kimmeridge clay and the scarp of the Purbeck flags. We have left our bones in the Bagshot stones and deep in the Caroline crags. Our love is old, our lives are old, and death shall come amain. Should it come today, what man may say, we shall not live again. Should it come today, what man can say that we will not live again? Yet hear the Delmonico's over many a dainty dish. Let us drink anew to the time when you were tadpole and I was a fish. Right.